Hi everyone, I'm Tom and I'm going to be giving a quick overview of Dice Hospital, which is a game where we are trying to build the best hospital to treat, you've guessed it, dice. So we will start out with some patients in our wards here. Everyone has the same hospital. This is going to be one board in the Kickstarter. It's on Kickstarter right now, I should always mention, and you can go and check out the campaign page to see the final thing. So in the game itself, we have an intake round where we will have a certain number of ambulances, different based on the number of players. We'll roll as many dice as we need to fill them up, and then we will put them in the ambulances low to high, and then starting with the first player, they get to pick one of these ambulances, which are going to be patients to put in their hospital. Higher numbers are easier to treat, so will be more attractive, but they come on the ambulance that will get you put last in the turn order for picking an upgrade, which can be really important. So you'll pick an ambulance and take those people, and maybe a bonus if you take the worst ambulance. Then, in turn order of the ambulances we took, we get to pick upgrades. And in a two-player game, there are one of each out, and the start player gets to pick which pile gets two available. So I can pick a new nurse, basically, a new employee, a paramedic or a virologist here, and they will do something special that normally I just have these generic nurses that will do whatever the building says. Or instead of hiring a new employee, I can build onto my hospital. And so instead of just having a trauma unit, for example, which can treat one red die, one pip up, I can have this anesthesia room where anybody can go, and this will treat 3 red dice, but they all have to be the same number. So then that all plays into the numbers that you will take from the ambulances at the start as well. So once we've all picked our upgrades, we then get to activate. So as many nurses as you've got, at the start of the game you get 3, so if I'd taken this anesthesia, I would still only have 3, and each room can only be activated once by 1 meeple. So if I wanted to turn this 3 into a 4, I would put someone in the trauma unit there, and they go down here to show that they've been treated. I could treat the 6, for example, here, and then they get discharged. They get put in the discharge room, and so on until I treated all of them. Now, everybody that I didn't treat in the neglect phase gets put down a pip. They get worse. So eventually this can lead to people dying. They get put in the morgue, and it's going to lose you points at the end of the game. But everyone that I discharged is worth points. Then we have the discharge phase, and this table shows you how many points you score based on how many you discharged in one round. So it's not all about just doing them as soon as possible. Sometimes it may be better to keep them in the hospital for a bit longer so that you can get a greater number out and get a larger number of points in one big go. And then you have cleanup, where you tidy all of your meeples away and the spare ambulances and things, get it all set up for the next round. We play 8 rounds of this, your hospital growing and employing more people at the same time, and yeah, at the most points at the end wins. You lose 2 points for every fatality in your hospital, but hopefully you have treated enough that you will be the best dice hospital. So that's just a quick look at what that is. You can go look at the Kickstarter page or my playthroughs or other people's playthroughs. There's a lot to look at for Dice Hospital, but that's it for me. Bye.